hello. Gotta let that play out. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Hello. Hi, Vaz. Hello. How's it going? Well, you guys are gonna need to repick your avatars. The avatars have been changed over to Pokemon. Look, I have a special. Look, I have a special. I'm streamer privilege. I have special. Streamer privilege. You know, I'm gonna say it. I'm sure some people will probably agree with me on this. Companies should not be allowed to say sometime after midday and then leave you hanging for 4 hours. You know? I feel like that shouldn't be allowed. Just kind of like straight up just, it's not on. Like, yes, you are technically correct, but also, people have shit to do with their day. The story of this is, I've been told to expect a phone call sometime after midday. There I am in Zekrom. There you go. I put Zekrom in for you. Large boy. Big dragon. But yes, yeah, I got told expect a phone call sometime after midday. And in the morning, I was like, oh, that's fine. You know, I don't stream until later. And now here we are, streaming, and I still haven't had said phone call. So now I'm annoyed of like, okay, sometime after midday is now sometime after 2. Wow. Anyway. It's, yeah. Stream avatars have been set to Pokemon. So the app was, it was basically simpler for me to refresh the app, the whole thing, frankly. I refreshed the whole thing, so people might have to reactivate it. It's set to subscribers and active chatters, so if you're lurking and you're wondering why your little guy's there, it's because you've not said anything, that's all. Also, I'm snacking. I had lunch a while ago. In my brain, it's different. We're at an impasse. An imp-arse. As we have no other leads, I'd like to pursue this one further. I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It is likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to investigate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. I'm sure we can manage that. Ooh, Chocobo Keep. Even though I'm stingy, so I manually walk everywhere. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us in the Archeon. Even though we found... Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. It was wandering around Tranquility, and we thought it would to donate it to the vaults. What Nice little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until Archeon is open again. That's gonna be a person, isn't it? Bone weary? You're tired? Was that take you down the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and now I've only found a spare moment to rest. I did see a Gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he's headed down below after he's done with whatever he's doing. There is a friend in my midst. Hatching Canal. What an awful name. I'm currently trying to play the game one-handed while I have my snack. So I said last week that I was hoping that maybe I could do like some dungeons, maybe do some leveling instead of some MSQ. But if I'm to expect a phone call at some point, probably not a good idea to queue for dungeons. So here we are. Quiet, you're frightening away. Hello again, Banoi friend. Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close, very close. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is the common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green and its cry distinctive. Caw! Single it out and shoot it with the sleeping dart. The effects are short-lived, so lie in wait down the river and claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. It's gonna be another shooting mini-game. Is there gonna be another shoebill? Search your surroundings for the hornbill. Is there a shoebill hiding? Well, it's gonna be that one, isn't it? Ah! Ah! Want to vape break the officer, love you. Hi, Dan! Hope your day's going well. Love you too. We've added in Pokemons. We have added in Pokemons. If you get Den with you because you survive or XP very fast, Den would not be able to physically get where I am because the areas are locked off behind story. Ah.
A fair shot. Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
There you are. Any new revelations?
What class did you want to start? I'll check my list and see. Because I went through and, like, did the starting quest for all of them, but I've leveled, like, none of them, so I've got a bunch that are, like, level 2 or something. I'm dropping crumbs everywhere. Let me check which ones. It's probably not a DPS.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Relocating them.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them
Gotta go,
loose.
bye guys. Bye, Dan, I love you! I'll send you just like a screenshot of my class window once I get out the cutscene.
Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Down below. 6 feet under the ground below.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
And what the hell do they need a bird for?
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Yeah.
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation.
Yeah, they're not going to say why. What the hell could you possibly want a bird for?
But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When
They're
you put it
researching
that way,
sustainability.
migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
Yeah. I think I kind of theorized that last week.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Oh, Voz.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels.
We must get down below.
And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
That's fair.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
I have amazing legs.
This path leads
Part
to
B
the
in the Dragoon.
33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, It should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome. But consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you'd do well to turn back.
We'll
bid
be
you good
fine.
day.
We'll be fine.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
The children yearn for the mines! Right, where's my class list? Let me take a little snip of this. Don't say that, Kay! Don't! No! No! We're fine. Just don't. Let me send this. There we go. Hi, Core! I'm just going to ignore Kay. So we've got new stream avatars. We have Pokemon now. We have Pokemon avatars now. And mine's special. You see? Mine's special. It's streamer privilege. So I thought we have gens. We should have gens 1 through 5. Don't ask me what order the thing is in, because it doesn't appear to be in Pokedex order. But it doesn't appear to be alphabetical either. You may, if you know what Pokemon you want, you may have to just use the search bar. Streamer privilege. Of course, I have to have it. It's my privilege as the streamer to have streamer privilege. Baby Grogunk's so small. He is. He's small. He's a small baby. I think Voz has already successfully found the biggest sprite. I think the only sprite that might be bigger is Rayquaza, but I'm not sure. Large. Legendaries be very big. Yeah, Scyther and Scizor are both in there, Core. You're just gonna have to search for them because I don't know what they don't appear to be in any order. You know, Bulbasaur, Dragonite, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Caterpie. Like, that's not Pokedex order. That's not name order. It's not color order. I don't know. You're a little guy. You're just a little guy. You're a little starter boy. And Core is a chicken. It seems to vaguely be gens and evolution chains. Vaguely. Oh, never mind. Kay found the biggest one. Oh my god, that's obnoxious. That's so obnoxious. You can actually see that the pixels have been stretched on that. That's been, like, actually, like, blown up. That is not to scale. Because I think all of these sprites, except the Gen 5 ones, are from Mystery Dungeon. Because Gen 5 wasn't in Mystery Dungeon. It did not exist. Anyway. I'm gonna do a dance. I'm going to have to ask you to not use the Waylord, because... yeah. Jesus. No Missing No. That's because Missing No is not a Pokemon. Missing No is not a Pokemon. It's a glitch. Anyway, let's play a game. My friend has been trapped inside a TV! Mwah. I love you! We're off on an adventure. That's amazing. It's very, very Fallout. That's straight out of Fallout. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. It is faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed here by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we need to watch our footing. We can tighten our straps and such before we go. Assuming everyone has tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head in. Given terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. What are you doing now? Oh, you're a little pan sage. It's very cute. It's very cute. Oh my god, of course it floats. What an interesting creature. It's like a frog, mushroom, grasshopper. Interesting. Need Gen 6 added, please, and thank you. Jesus Christ, is there not enough option for you? I don't actually know if they have Gen 6. Which Pokemon are you after in Gen 6? Greninja, you fucking weeb. Don't test me. And here I thought Gen 4 would be enough because it would have Krogunk. I'll pick a Spooder Pokemon. Spooder Pokemon are fine. Because they don't actually look like spiders. Spider Pokemon are not spiders because they don't have 8 legs. There's not to say if I didn't see an Ariados in real life, I wouldn't immediately pass out, because that thing's fucking huge. Mwah. That was a long one. Spiders are cute. Pass. Look, whatever divine being was responsible for creating the world, they had to give me a debuff, and so they made me deathly afraid of spiders. Guessing I'm going down here. Correct. Thank you for the help. If we saw an IRL Pokemon, most of us would fucking know. No, it would depend on the Pokemon. If I saw a real Arcanine, I'm petting that dog. I'm petting that dog. That wasn't too bad. That was a big hoo-ha over nothing. How tall is an Arcanine? About head. Like, if are you talking head to tail, or are we talking like head to ground? Like head to ground, probably like 6 foot. Yeah. Okay. About they're like I think they're like 5'9", tall or something. So they're tall. They're tall as a person. You know. Well, we're talking horse size. 1.9 meters. I don't know how big that is. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident, nothing of consequence at least. As promised, the tunnel has delivered us to the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, specimens being collected in preparation for a great migration, we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path in the nearest farming facility and see what we see. Charizard and Arcanine are about the same height. Just Charizard is so much more stumpy than people want him to be. And Blastoise. They're actually kind of stumpy. Game Freak made Dynamaxing so that they could make Charizard be ridiculously big, but he's actually a short king. I'm loving Kiriyama's little avatar dance. It's very funny. Like, you can put in custom dances, but a lot of... pretty much none of the Pokemon really have any custom animations except for attacks, because they're from the game. But the avatar, like, program just puts in the little, like, spin as a dance instead. Grapes! Oh my god. Ah, now I know where we are. This is Merrill Agronomics. Sorry. Agronomics. They really do be making up words, don't they? Labyrinthus is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies and cultivation methods used in foreign lands. It is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed the Labyrinthus colleagues, so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed, mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. Mystery veg. Somehow mystery veg is slightly worse than... What did you do? What did you do? see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that sense of urgency. What's worse, chat? Mystery veg or mystery meat? It's possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? I'm being the scarecrow from Howl's Musing Castle. Hi, by the way. Hi, Saren. Hi. I accidentally clicked that without reading it. Turnip head. Oh my god, I can see you from here. Wow. Mystery food. Yes, but which part of the food is the mystery, the meat or the veg? What's worse, mystery meat or mystery veg? Stop fighting! Yep. They're just gone. They're just gone. And he looks up. Oh, bless. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. It only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising given its native to a particular locale, in the very same place in which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region south of Ilseberd. It boasts a remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad of flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition to hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is never contested, as you might expect. It used to be called Corvos before the Imperials called it Locus Eminence. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one of those climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments and cultivation. Grapes. Grapes. Welcome to Grape Stream. Best grape texture this side of Rastan. Yep. We love them grapes. This is a Final Fantasy specific joke, by the way, if anybody isn't unsure what's happening. This is a Final Fantasy specific bit that we're doing. That's a blueberry. Blueberries are fucking purple! Do I have what to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some have been earmarked for aerial transport, hence the stacked crates at the top of that hill over there. Guards hauling that lot up the slope was a job and a half. Interesting. Which hill? That hill? That hill? Let's see from here. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with the use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here, anyway? I walked. Mineshaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has been filing order lists a marm long. Massive yet detailed lists, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I heard of this grand reorganisation, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we'd already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that we would all be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. They're running away! This literally is Fallout. They're just gonna hunker down somewhere else and try to, you know, just outlast it. We're heading back to the pub and waiting for all of this to blow over. Up on this hill? Ah, here they are. My little friend guiding me. Labels on these crates tell the story of their components, bundles of common seeds and saplings accompanied by sheafs of reports. What interesting flowers.
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect.
Interesting.
And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild.
It's, reminds me a bit of one of the flowers from Breath of the Wild that glows. I might have to resize the window so that you guys aren't always walking in front of me. Wow. Yeah, let's squish you along a little bit. There we are.
With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Thank you. Botanist side quest? I've actually got levels in Botanist.
Have you learned aught of interest?
I learned about these cool flowers.
flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Nintendo finally released the Switch 2 first peek. Yes, I saw.
Isn't that the entrance to the arcade?
I saw it literally, like, I was literally just, I'd opened Twitter and it had dropped, like, literally 2 minutes ago. It was the top thing on my feed of new thing from Nintendo. And I was just like, what? Okay. Just, yep. Just gonna announce the Switch 2. Just... My Switch is dying a death. See, I am a big Nintendo fan, but I'm probably not going to be getting the Switch 2 because my Switch is still fine, and I'm still using it. So like I don't know how expensive the Switch 2 is going to be because they've not announced price or anything. But yeah, I'm mostly concerned that because we've not had any news on the next Pokemon game, Legends, I'm now worried that it's going to be a Switch 2 game, and I'm like, Fan Online Goes Hard was a release day Switch, so it's an old boy. Ah, see, I didn't get the first Switch on release. And I believe it wasn't like advertised of it, but there was technically a Mark II on the original Switch. And you could tell that yours was a Mark II by which box it came in, and I believe mine was actually a Mark II. Because I got mine 2020, right before the pandemic hit. I think I literally got my Switch like January 2020 because I didn't get it for Christmas, but I bought it for me like as a Christmas gift. So I was like, you know what? I want a Switch and I want to play Pokemon and I want to play Breath of the Wild and I've waited long enough and I have the money, so I'm going to get one in the January sales. And then the world caught fire and I was very glad that I had a Switch. Expecting for Metroid though, maybe. That's the thing, whenever there's a new Nintendo console, then it opens the doors to just get the next iteration of whatever IPs they have on that console. So, you know, people will be asking when's the next X, now that the Switch 2 is a thing. They'll be like, when's the next Zelda? When's the next Mario? When's the next Pokemon? Like, I literally said that. When's the next Metroid? When's the next Animal Crossing? When's the next Pikmin? People are just going to be asking that now. Because we've got a new console. So we'll see what their launch titles are.
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
Not Mario again. Yes, Mario again. It's Nintendo. There will be a new Mario game. Smash, yeah, people will probably ask, is there going to be a new Smash? Is there going to be a new Mario Kart? Is there going to be a new Mario Party? It'll just be all the same stuff. Is there going to be a new Splatoon? I'm not complaining, because I think Nintendo's IPs are good and fun. Double Dash Remaster, oh my god, that would be so good. That would be good. And one thing that I am at least glad to see is that it says that it is going to be fair. It says, I think it was somewhat backwards compatible. I think they said that there were like specific games that maybe wouldn't work, but it was, you know, not a lot of information provided. But it said that the Switch games would work on the Switch too, and I'm like, thank fuck we are keeping backwards compatibility. Where?
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
We've done worse.
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
Here's a legitimate question I just thought. If you are paying for a Nintendo Online subscription to access the internet, how does that apply? Is that account-wide? If you have a Switch and a Switch 2, is that just because the Switch 2 will use your Nintendo account just like the Switch does? So if you're paying for Nintendo Online, surely that's account-wide, right? It fucking better be. Otherwise, we're gonna be having words, Nintendo. Because I'm on a family one with Stangian, surprisingly, because as we are with everything with like fucking Steam and Spotify and stuff. And I'm like, if one of us gets a Switch 2 but the other doesn't, is that going to affect anything? I don't know. Xbox is account-wide, so I sure hope it does. Okay, it probably will be, then. It probably will be. It would be very stupid not to, but that's the kind of thing that you gotta think about. Oh, here comes the horse. I can hear him. Once. They'll get a lot of roast if they don't do that. Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't. I don't know if they wouldn't, because corporation's gonna corporate, but they shouldn't.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
Mm-hmm.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all... Crier?
You okay?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
You okay?
I'm glad you agree.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
I can almost reach you.
Oh. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is Kralf still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Give me, my attention has been elsewhere. We're following Erenville, weren't we? Hop, 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 hop. It's kind of funny how that isn't an image. It is actually like... your character is straight up just like shrunk down and put in there. That's so silly, but wonderful. Erenville is headed westward along the path outside the Archean. Come, we can still catch him. I just saw a video that was sent 21 days ago about Nintendo Switch 2. People have basically known about the Switch 2 for a long time. There's been a lot of leaks and like word of mouth things from people who work at Nintendo. It was a known fact. It was just a matter of when. That's why I kept elbowing Spook and I was being like, hey, you like to sometimes do stocks to try and invest in things. You should get some Nintendo stocks. And I literally, I saw the news, Switch 2, grabbed my phone and immediately text Spook. I'm like, Switch 2 announce, check your stocks. They even know when? Ah. Ooh, goop. Yeah. Information gets leaked. Leak said it was going to be announced 16th of January. That's how it be when people leak information. I think sometimes stuff, like when it comes to big stuff, it's so like pre-planned out that even if it like leaks, the company is like, well, we can't change it because we've already got it all planned. Hold on a moment, I have an idea. Memory serves, the colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta, one of Labyrinthos' climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, which one could use to access the upper and lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. Even if we happen to find Erenville and the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha had his Spanish spell were here. He's off performing in a musical, okay? He's having a musical number. He'll be back later. There are other ways of turning invisible. No! God damn it. Goodness. I did not consent to this. So this is why I have a friend shadowing me. She knew. Unaccustomed to transfiguration, worry not, it'll wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erenville. Should you feel the magic fading, return to me and I'll refresh the enchantment. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would to learn anything knows. Which reminds me, where creatures hereabouts, in that form you're essentially defenseless. You've been changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with the quest. I remembered I have bits. Yay. Alpha Toad and Alex Toad are now accompanying you. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area. God. The sound is so good. FF having fun with this. Toad is a staple of FF. It's a debuff that has been in the game since basically FF1. Of just, you're a toad now. I do not wish to join a fate right now. My hero is here to protect me. I'm the same size as my puppy. Discuss your surroundings. So turns to face north, actually suggesting you cross the bridge. Attempts and fails to shake its head, but you nonetheless understand he's telling you this is the wrong way. So do I cross the bridge or don't I cross the bridge? Don't I cross the bridge? This is very silly. Where are my polytoads at? Huh, I don't see. Wow, it's cool. That's cool. That's a cool view. Cross the bridge, I say it's more trustworthy. Frog's just showing me the cool view. Pretty. Yeah, map wants me to go over here. I got them hops. The other bridge. So it's... This is where we came from. It's up here. This one. The one that was not on my map because I haven't revealed the map. There we go. The other bridge that I could not see.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Oh. Bad guide, you're fine. I like exploring. You know I like exploring.
If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlian scholars and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Charlian was charged with a momentous duty.
Mm-hmm.
And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge.
Oh.
I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
The greater good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
Oh, he's gonna know. He's like, these frogs don't belong here.
I hope that was informative.
Yep.
You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
How did you know it was us?
Because they're in charge of bringing all the wildlife down here.
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
I do adore the Vera accent. I don't know what accent it's meant to be, but it is unique. Didn't you say it was like Icelandic or something? I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specialises in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived, yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps we discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telophorus declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it had... Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient importance to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore yours' request for aid. Icelandic Scandinavian. Oh, okay. Warts and all. I am now level 48. Ooh, enhanced winged glide. Gives me a second charge. Oh. Politics. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the Gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we're learning nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Ishtola and Kryl for the moment, see what they think of this. BA is from Iceland. There you go then. His little plane, all menace. It's so silly. Back we go again. I've still, as you guys will have noticed because I'm still here, I've yet to have this phone call. Oh look, a botanist. Whap. Yeah. Filling in my map a bit. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then. Exposition. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply confirmation that no one knows much of anything. Won't call it end at stream, I guess. It'd be typical, wouldn't it? Hi, Stangy. Yeah. Companies should not be allowed to say 12 onwards when they mean 4 in the afternoon. Why am I a pigeon? Because the stream avatar's got reset. You need to pick a new avatar. Also, you're a... Oh, you're a pelipper. That's not a pigeon. Peacolpin. Wow. All birds are the same. I think ostriches are a bit different from canaries. Noisy, crappy car bombers. You'd certainly be aware if an ostrich took a dump on your car. He wants the star. He wants the star. Stream delay's terrible for trying to catch a star. You got it! Now he's doing a little dance. Nice. There you go. Stanji found his boy. Gamba, gamba, gamba. Oh. Oh. Share this with Kryl and discuss how we would like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm, she was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near these flowers she was entranced by? The rest of us can survey more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. Okay. Day 10. The chair is still squeaky. Whose bloody idea was it to have bloody massive fuck-off wasps here? Hi, Kryl. Still interested in the flowers, huh? Ow! What you doing?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Oh.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Are you okay, Core? Do you need a toy to occupy yourself? Should have seen the wasp in Lineage too. I'm good. I'm good.
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Oh boy. Here we go.
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
Hi.
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment.
Yeah, my mom wanted to talk to me.
The ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Menphilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction.
Mm-hmm.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
Hi. Oh.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out. Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first, so weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go.
Don't know what to make of it.
Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
Are we?
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Uh-oh. You were saying? Eat the flower. Just do it, Brennan. Just Oh god, here he is. What the fuck do you want?
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
That's a whole lot of words.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact.
Shut up, Kay. You're gonna be put in the naughty corner.
With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
Due to how many people wanted the Switch's success to be called the Switch 2, Nintendo decided to announce the Switch 3 is the immediate successor, which will run on Windows 11! Oh my god.
And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
How dare you? How dare you?
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Humph!
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
The results of the dancing through life sequence! Gold star. That's what happens when you start stomping on books in libraries.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
God damn it. Angie! Wah. Hi, Graha. What did you do to those books? They're very upset.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together.
Suppose that's something.
I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
But did you find what you were looking for?
The Forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
Of course it was his fault.
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Order!
These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
How dare you?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Don't speak like you knew him.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony.
So they're trying to make a new world, basically.
The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea. You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Shh!
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore.
I have been threatened not to speak on this. Not actually, but it sounded funny. I see.
Knowing this, What would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival.
So you're trying to flee, you want to go somewhere else. You can't flee to one of the other worlds. If the source gets destroyed, then they all do.
Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
He said the thing from the trailer!
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until
the heavens fall. Until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me.
Aww.
So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Reasonable. Yeah, I like that guy.
Order! We will have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan.
God damn. Switch the air immediately. Yes. Yes, he did.
You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand. I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed.
Only just, though.
Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
It wasn't anywhere near unanimous. Interesting.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Well, that sucks. Oh, it's snowing now. Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city. Yeah, but what's the point? Might as well go somewhere else. Our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedom so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn all small substance here in Charlotte. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may. His father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alphino? Elise? It is you! When I heard you'd been dragged before the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I'm so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother? I did wonder when this was going to happen. I did wonder. Oh, it's the music that sounds like Undertale again. You're like, bitch, I'm the warrior of light. I saved the world 8 times so far. Makes you think I can't do it again. My thoughts exactly. You ain't shit. You ain't got shit on me. Also, stop. Emilian Slevier at your service. You find people must be the signs of the Seven Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. We're all just with our mouths open, just like, huh? Is she tall or are you small? Yes. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you if word reaches father that you were here. Oh, bother that. I'm to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fortuno are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and consider our options. Blue and Alphino are small. No, you're tall. I am a normal-sized person! Go visit your home. We will be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure we... Exa, what do you think? Go talk to your mother! Exa? The Exa Mariel? She knows my full name. What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea. I insist you join us. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Exa, would you be so kind as to escort my children to the estate? Mommy wasn't meant to be weird, it was meant to be more like, oh hey, nah. Just go mom, that's my mom. You are the small. No, you're tall. I am a normal person. Look, we got the scale here. Small, small, normal, 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 and then we got the tall, who has just left. Indeed, the matter is settled. Go enjoy yourselves, you three. Hello, Bonoy. I apologise. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I'm glad, relieved even, to see you in such high spirits. What say you, Exa? Though it seems we have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? Hi, friend. Love you. You look cool. Fine, if we're going, then let's get it over with. Be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. I'm 100% going to go look. Why ever not? Your room is always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. And what's wrong with that, I say, gesturing at the wall of plushies. I have a plushie in my lap right now. Guys, I got a new plushie today. I didn't lead with this, I got a new plushie. He came in the post, he's so cute. He's so cute. I got him from a Kickstarter like 6 months ago. He finally came. He's a little raptor. And he's in the ace colours. I got an ace raptor. He's so cute. I'll post a photo in the Discord if I remember. Very cute. I have a new plushie. I mean, never mind. The Levier estate is that way. Straight down the stairs. Come on. They are accompanying you. And then Mother turns magic evil because father is twisted. I don't think so. See? Look. Short, normal, tall. Oh my god, I love the scarf! I need it. I love a long scarf. When why did I say it like that? When Alize and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, my mother or a servant always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. Now look at us, travelling to different continents, different worlds even. It's true. Miss Georgia and Alpha and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. Aww. Oh god, Alize. Alize. Hey. Any more dialogue? Oh, there's dialogue over here. There's dialogue over here that we can get. Ah yes, this is where I first practiced magic on an actual person. Alize had fallen, you see, and scraped her knee quite badly, so I tried casting the simple restorative spell I'd only just learned. How she smiled when the wound closed, the joy and relief. That was, I believe, the very moment I chose the healing arts as the main subject of my studies. Aww. We used to come here all the time with grandfather. In summer I would dip my hands and feet into the fountain and splash about. Not Alpha though, even back then he wasn't very fond of playing in water. He'd just make an excuse to avoid it. Which would explain now how I came to swim like an orc and he came to sink like a stone. Aww, pats Alfie. Bless. Never really learnt how to swim, did you? The snow right now is just such a look. It's nice. Ah, here you are at last. Please, do come in.
Welcome home, my lady.
Well. This is not what Exa is used to.
What? What are you gawping at?
Your house. Your quotation marks house. Levia in all its grandeur. The Scion headquarters seems squalid, admiring the craftsmanships. It's just admiring the grandeur.
Oh, gods, please don't. It makes me feel like a spoiled princess.
No, I like my shins.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Why do I feel like he's going to hear about it anyway?
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
Is this where we're gonna get new outfits? They haven't had new outfits for a while. He'll find out about it soon enough. I'm sure he will.
From time to time, recounting their latest adventures. I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying.
Mm-hmm.
Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid.
Aww.
The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
It gets much worse than him finding out. Oh no.
But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Aww.
Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
I would love a cup of tea. I drank all of mine. We're now at 4 o'clock, everybody. Woo! 4 o'clock. They still haven't rang. Sometime after midday. Love it. Sometime after midday. 4 o'clock. Yeah, here it comes. I knew it.
Gifts. I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But
Yay.
please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore.
Yes, when we first met the pair of them years ago, they were the twin stereotype of wearing exactly the same clothes. And very rapidly we're like, yeah, we're not going to do that anymore because it's cringe.
And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Here he comes.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
You look so fancy.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Ooh. This is where he gets the new stuff.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
Oh. They're called Nuliths. Actually, I actually didn't know what they were referred to as. Red and blue. Yeah, they gotta keep the red. They gotta stay red and blue coded. And also, this is Final Fantasy, so we do not acknowledge the temperature.
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
True. Gave him his dad's old weapons. Yeah. He doesn't use them anymore. That's a jobstone.
I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb.
This is kind of the first time that we've actually had it acknowledged in the main story. Jobstones, because all of the, whenever you do, class quests, they're side quests, technically. So this is kind of the first time that we've actually had the main story acknowledge a jobstone before.
May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
You can't, hang on, you can't see. Hang on. I'm also here. Hello. Hi. I am not sure. I am a normal height. This camera angle's not doing me any favors. It just looks so silly.
We will, Mother. I promise.
See, if I was a Lalafell, I wouldn't have been in frame.
My final gifts to you before you run off.
Okay, there I look normal. There I look normal. It's because from the other angle, it was literally up to my chin.
Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work.
Gee, thanks.
I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance.
Oh, is this one of those things where he's like, I did it all for you, and we were like, cool, you were still an arsehole about it, though.
Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Look at you both. Aww. Nice. Hello, friend. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief for now, however it will have to suffice. As will these tokens of home that we carry with us, these gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality, let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Oop! See, now I'm just hoping that they don't ring until Spook gets home, because then I can make him answer the phone instead. We're back! This is where the two stories join back up again. Enjoyed your time with the Leviers, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed by you to Heidelin is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once we've heard your report from Thavnir, we will be well equipped to plot our next move. In the dark of the tower. This is a level 81 quest. I'm gradually losing the proximity to my ninja again. I want to be able to funnel some of the MSQ XP into other classes, because my Dragoon won't need it soon. Since there has been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective locales? Oh, we got the sick music.
Your time in Thavnir has certainly been eventful.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
Yeah, because we've kind of hit a dead end here.
I have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking. We have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion. Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Matoya, then make our way to Thavnir.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fodola's report, they were unable to free the Emulger. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Afrit.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders would be met with overwhelming force.
Yeah, if it was hopeless, they wouldn't need to put defences in place.
The towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained, and I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within.
Looks like we're gonna have a dungo on our hands, baby.
The power ceaseth to be, thus liberating the captives without harm.
Except when they all, like, plummet, like, you know, 3 stories.
Enter the tower with a working theory, than with no plan at all.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
That is also true.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Cryo, Yostola, and myself. The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodra by a considerable margin.
Are you sure Alphino is in the right group? What about Lizzie? She knows the healing spell. Sure Alphino's in the right group.
If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
Fair.
And I am more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armaments to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
Trial by fire, huh?
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Rads at Han of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
Well, well, well.
A military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
That's the game's way of being like, hey, if you didn't attune to the aetherite, you can still use this. We talked about that the other week, of like, what happens if you didn't attune to the aetherite and you can't teleport back? That's the game being like, hey, if you can't teleport, you go here. Blah. Feels like we got a dungeon coming along, doesn't it? Blah. Let's see, we're on 4:15, so we're still good. In the dark of the tower, in the dark of the night. Nope. Did you ask me something? No, I was just doing my usual stream stuff of speaking aloud. I just said it feels like there's a dungeon coming. FF chat. think another bun is on the way to help. Good timing, then. Good timing. Kay! Kay! A friend of Eorzea, we've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission to the tower, I'm told. Warning scales will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by the boat until we have readied. When your fellows arrive, I will direct them to you. We pray for your safety and success. I typed he and it came out as never. I feel like you need to just turn your autocorrect off at this point. I think you just need to turn it off because it's not correcting you, it's straight up putting the wrong words in. Like, by all means, maybe use, like, the predictive text to try and, like, spell check, but don't let the autocorrect change what you're typing, because you're just straight up getting the wrong things said. The amount of times over the last couple of weeks where you've typed something and then you've had to, like, type it again because it was just completely the wrong word is very high. If this is the future of Aetheryte travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Aye, no warning, however emphatic could have prepared me for that. On account of which, we're a little late, but fighting fit, mostly. Ah. Hi. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be... we should still call you Vashan, I suppose. Indeed, it would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see fit to entrust us with your warding scales. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessing. Ah, thanks. With these we can go anywhere those with the blessing of light can go. Not only for this operation either, but for the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. You're jealous, Thancred. I've been waiting for this day. I wouldn't mind carrying on as before, you know. In that case, they're all yours from now on. In that case, they're all yours. Ah, but I'm afraid we can't let you retire just yet. You're the Scion's brightest star, after all. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into two groups. Hexa and her band will break through the tower's defences and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners, who will doubtless want for healing due to duress of repeated summonings. You already did the Astrola gets embarrassed scene. I believe I did, yes. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be deities of Theverian myth. Ah, yes. We won't be familiar with these ones. We have no prior experience with such foes. Pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnir, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. There it is. Okay. Oh, I don't think Kay is here anymore. He must have had to go do stuff. Which is fair. It might just be 3 of us then. And a rando. Right, I probably need to be swapping over to headphones, I guess, because we're going to need to communicate. Strats, I'm assuming. Hi, Des. Ah, you're an egg. Ah, we got good timing on this one. Oh, wait. I shouldn't do this. Because of the chance of there being a phone call. If they called me in the next 10 minutes and I'm mid-dungeon, that's gonna be a little bit messed up. What's up? I'm waiting on a phone call. I've been waiting on since midday. So I don't want to start a dungeon in case they ring. But you know, it's now nearly 4:30 and they still haven't rang, and I'm just here like. I started streaming and said companies should not be allowed to say midday onwards when they mean like 5. They just shouldn't be allowed to say that. Like, it's not incorrect. It's the same energy as like players when they're like, you can't make me roll deception check, I didn't lie. It's like, yeah, but you're being a pain in the ass is what you're being. We'll call you from midday onwards. Cool, it's now 4:30. When were you planning on ringing me exactly? You planning on ringing me at 5? Are you planning on ringing me at 7? When am I supposed... Are you even ringing me today? So... If I start and someone calls you, I'll just stand still because I'm the tank. Oh, I didn't know if you were tanking. Ugh. I feel sorry for the rando if we are gonna queue. Ugh. Why are companies annoying like this? It really just disrupts your entire day. It's a shame we don't have a 4th. It's a shame Kay had to leave. Because if I was just doing this with a group of friends, it'd be fine. But because we're going to be with, randos, there's going to be one person that we can't pull back. It's probably better if you tank. If I'm allowed to be cheeky. It's probably better to tank because the tank will most often set the pace. But hey, if the rest of the day is anything to go off of, I'm probably not gonna get a fucking phone call at this rate. Because I feel, surely when it hits 5 o'clock, they're gonna want to go home. I don't know why they've left it so long. Waiting for a phone call. It's not like I'm waiting for a doctor's phone call or anything. I'm waiting for like a business to ring me, but I'm like, surely business hours are gonna end soon. I don't know. Freaking awkward as hell. Why does everything have to be so awkward? Ugh. Well, assuming that they don't ring within the next 15 minutes, also Spook will be home. I basically need them to not ring within the next 15 minutes. You've held off all day. If you could hold off another 15 minutes, that would be great. Das is an egg. Or a collection of eggs. just thinking. Let me just check stuff. I already knew I was an egg, that's besides the point. Yes. I'm just pointing it out because the avatars got reset. There you go. I don't know. I was wondering if I could find out when they close, because again, if they close at 5, I'm just gonna be like, they're probably not gonna ring me. But I don't know. I actually don't know. See, this is why I even said when we spoke yesterday, I was like, it's generally not great to ring us, so maybe like use the email that you have. And they were like, yeah, okay. And then today it's like, we're gonna ring you, and I'm like, ugh. If I can wait 5 minutes, and then it's only 10 minutes until Spook's home. Because it might take 5 minutes to queue, maybe. Actually, probably not if I'm gonna with three people. I'm thinking of when I'm queuing alone. Pair of you go get a drink of water. And wait 5 minutes. I'm mainly waiting to see if they're gonna ring me at past. Just wanna see if they're gonna ring me at past. That feels like the thing, doesn't it? Excuse me. Apologies. Drank water. Blah, 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 blah. I suppose while I'm here, I need to modify the avatar timer. Let me disconnect real quick. There we go. Connect. There we go. Oop, reconnecting. There we go. Dog. Dog. There we go. People shouldn't vanish as quickly now. You know what? I should probably go to the bathroom, actually, rather than just sitting here. Ugh. I've been here for 3 hours. I should go to the bathroom since I'm waiting for 5 minutes, just in case. Nothing will bait a phone call than going to the bathroom. You know how many times in my life I've been waiting for someone to call me, and the moment I go to the bathroom, they do. Nothing like going to a bathroom to bait it out. Just so you guys know, I actually don't even have my game up on the main screen at the moment, so I genuinely don't know what's happening in game right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go break screen, I'm gonna go bathroom. If I'm not back in the next 5 minutes, then the phone call happened. So yeah, I'll see you in a sec. Okay. Well, okay. We've given it another 5 minutes. There was no phone call. We're going to risk dungeoning. If they don't call, frankly, if they don't call within the next 10 minutes, I can just hand it off to Spook, but I kind of feel like if they've not rang by now, they're not going to ring today. Liars. Right. Alright, start queuing us, because now we have to wait for dungeon queue. Get my headphones on. Change my audio source. Make sure I can actually hear the game. Why am I not hearing the game? There we go, it's done it now. Okay. Getting the stream. Why is Discord misbehaving? Listen video. Output device. Should fix it.
I've tagged you a stream friend.
There we
you should
go.
be able to get in
There
as
we
well.
go. You know.
Oh, there we are.
Hi,
I'm going
Hope.
to mute up on Twitch because I do not want to hear myself twice. Ah.
Mute the tab, not the player.
Just gonna actually, I'll just queue us up whilst the
Yeah,
progress.
yeah. If we're ready, then
Take it
queue,
onto the
because we gotta
Discord.
get the queue going.
One of your party members does not meet the requirements.
Didn't check that. It's probably me.
Tower of Zod.
I haven't had new equipment in a while. What's the item level for Tower of Zod? I mean, it's going to be me. You two are higher level than me. It's got to be me. Surely you're both a higher level than me. Surely you both have better gear than me.
That's okay. That's weird. Hang on a sec. I need to fix something. My chat is so I can't actually physically hear you in Discord, even though my mic is working. That is something I know why. So let me really quickly fix that.
Okay, well, let me find... Duty Finder. Where's fucking Tower of Zot and what eye level is it? Yeah, no, it's me. Cool. Well, so never mind. We're not doing this today. Have I got a piece of equipment that I can equip?
Marco.
Hello.
There we go.
510, 510. 510. It's my bloody glaive, isn't it? It's always my glaive.
Ah.
Which one's higher level? You're a higher level. Use you. Don't do this very often. There we go. 510. Fixed.
I verified a frog.
Good.
It's just a little box.
The importance of ensuring my glamour is cast. There we go. We're over eye level 500. Yeah.
Nice. The fact now that whenever you do like swap out stuff, if you are changing it, it'll say, "Do you want to just upgrade your update your glam as well?" God, what a.
It did not ask me that. That's
Does it not?
No. I was doing it on weapon though. It probably only asks for. I didn't need new armor. I needed a new weapon.
Oh, it's up when you update your gear set. It's when you update your gear set.
Cool. Right. Well, that definitely means that when the next dungeon comes round, I will need new gear because we have scraped through this one. So as I said earlier on stream, I kind of wanted to do leveling this week, and the only reason I didn't do leveling was because I was meant to have a fucking phone call, which hasn't happened. Because I didn't want to queue in dungeons in case I had a phone call come through.
Are you sure you can't get one of your many wives to come in and be our fourth?
No, people have jobs.
How dare they?
Everyone's at work. Look, I'm fully content. I'm fully content to run my dungeon solo. It's only when people just happen to be around that I'm.
I know.
It's my job to be a streamer, not yours.
I know. Speaking of, if any of you want to get in... Wait, why did I just get a Greetings Adventure? The German community stream will start soon. What the fuck?
What? Why did you... What? Why did you just get that?
You got it as well. I can see it on your chat too.
Oh, there.
In-game.
Right. Oh, in game. Yeah. Bold of you to think I read in-game chat.
Alright, everyone sit. We're vibing in the water.
Does it always have to rain?
Lou, come be social.
No. There we go. Fantastic.
Yeah, here we go.
Alright, let's get this over with.
First Endwalker dungeon.
Ah! I hadn't even registered that. I'm so like, yes, it's Thursday, I know.
I love this healer's laugh immediately.
That was so loud. Time to zoom my camera the hell out.
Yeah. This person wants to do big pulls, and as a sage, if they're brave enough to do it, I will follow suit. I will do call-outs when we get to the bosses, but some of them have some fucky abilities.
Yeah, that's always the thing with dungeons. It's like, it's a 50-50 of like, oh, I can no-brain this because it's just don't stand in the thing, or it's like, oh, I actually need to know what I'm doing. It's 50-50.
You won't be able to no-brain this one, and the reason you won't is that it's don't stand in the thing while also not standing in the other three things. And you can only tell which one of the three things is coming based on what you perceive.
Ah, heck, I hate having to perceive.
God, I love stunning people. Truly a mortifying tower, I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. A bit of an upgrade from the Final Fantasy IV Zot.
Just a smidge. The horrors are still man-made, but they're slightly less in my comprehension.
Base speaker's home, that's good.
Stop it. Okay, we're going to have several different abilities. Depending on what element it is, it will cause a different effect. You'll observe them as they go. She'll begin syncing them up more and more and more as the fight continues.
Right.
Honestly, Zod is a really good example of... Oh, tank bus, hang on. Ow. Zod's a really good example of how good the AI is for the companions for this one. Yeah,
oh,
this
really?
one is Blizzard's. Yeah, it gets you a really good indication of what each of the abilities does. So, fire, go in. Spread for frost. Thunder, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it spreads out.
Yeah, so if one's in, then the other's going to be out, surely.
Then bio is that.
In, out,
But
shit,
now
all about.
But now she's chucked a fire over here. So come over to us, Blue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Ooh, way too slow.
Yeah, it's alright. Pretty sure this is an AoE, so if you got a little debuff for it, do it. That's Frost, I think, so that's gonna be a Blizzard. That one spreads out, and then that one's a circle. You can see what I mean by you gotta pay attention to what goes out.
Yeah, I do. I like the dungeon music for this expansion. It's a good one.
Oh, so good.
This one's very good, I like it.
I love a lot of things about Dawn Trail, but Jesus, they can't match Endwalker.
It's not supposed to.
No. Thunder's gonna spread. Bio will be a line, but what is... Okay, that's the wave. Get ready for the line over here.
Nope, not gonna make that at all. Yeah. Not fast enough.
Unfortunately, I already used my take a hit for someone ability. Sorry.
Not your job.
Yeah, it is.
No, your job is to keep you alive. Healer's job is to keep me alive.
Okay, fire, so it's going to be a go in on that point. Blizzard will be a cone over there. And then bio. Right. Hang on a sec. Say bye, bio.
Yeah, I can see it. Once it's orange, I
Now
can see it. It's when it's not orange that I'm like, fuck. Annoyingly, the level up that I just got gave me a second charge of the dash, which is this exact fight it would be useful in, but because it's a level higher than this, you don't have it in this dungeon.
Yeah.
It's a level 84 skill. And we're scaled to level 82 in here. So it would be very useful to have an extra charge of that right now.
Alright, what you checking out now? Thunder, that's fine. Fire. And what's coming off from yourself then? Blizzard. Get ready to move for Blizzard, then run over for Fire. Good stuff, good stuff. Everyone's right on the way. Just see the healer just go, no, I'm grabbing you now. Notice something important. We didn't kill her.
Oh yeah, that comes later.
Also, some of the hardest fits in this dungeon.
Yeah, I was actually checking because it's been a long time since I was in a dungeon where I actually have to make sure whether there's loot I need or not.
You know it's bad when that person has a macro exclusively for doing that. Alright.
That means it's a common mistake.
Yeah. Also, these little guys tend to hit hard, so if you ever get yellow from aggro, like if I pulled a bunch of them, just wait, because they'll turn around and they'll slap really hard. The common thing here is you pull wall to wall once you get the chance. I really don't like that they're teeth.
Teeth, 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 teeth.
The door was teeth.
Teeth, 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 teeth.
Yeah, teeth, teeth, teeth in the chat. Why the fuck did I sound like the slug from Monsters, Inc?
Because you work a 9 to 5.
7 to 3, actually. Actually!
Don't actually, I will kick you from the chat.
I'll turn off my tank aura.
That's fine. If you want to wipe the dungeon, that's on you. I don't care.
I have no shame.
None of us do, that's why we're having this conversation.
True.
It's like the one person who cares is the healer.
Pulling wall to wall, what a way to make a living.
Still gotta have your slimes, even at level 80.
Oh, of course. Goopy boys are mandatory.
JRPGs be like...
Clearly the devs were a fan of Bendy and the Ink Machine. That was a joke before anyone says anything. There's something for you, Blue. Necklace, I think.
Ah, neat.
Okay. This boss does
Hello.
a time stop, the debuff will tick down as it goes. Just don't be in line with anybody when yours goes off, because it'll stop you, you'll take damage, they'll then stop the next person, and they'll take damage, and god damn it.
Bad form, you always let the tank fall.
Yeah, I think they just got too close. They'll then do a thing where they make everyone look similar, or they'll make a duplication of themselves. You'll have to find the one that's got the debuffs on it.
Right.
That's the one, basically, whoever we've damaged, has debuffs on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to stand directly on top of them, or they hit you with a frenzy debuff. Right, come over to me here. Come over to me here. This is what's going to happen, but it's going to be with her illusions next time. You're a dancer, get out of there, love. Alright, now the stop's going to come in. Remember how she did those lines a second ago? Now she's going to sync up, so just stay where we are and we're fine. This one. Get right behind her. Come on, hun. More. Oh, Frenzy Frog.
Okay. Is that all of the stuff?
I think she just ramps it up more.
Okay.
Yeah, here comes the stop again, guys. So don't stand next to each other. Spread. There we go. That's good. That's fine. It's also, for reference, it's the one not dancing. This one!
Yeah, got it.
Get right behind her, get right behind him. All the way, hun. There you go. And now spread out. Don't stand on top. Nice. Perfect. Time stop's gonna be the next mechanic. Oh, no, she's just gonna tank Busby. Then a time stop's
Then it'll be the time stop. She'll go back to the center. Like that.
Yeah.
Just another one.
Make sure everyone's through, and... Right, I'm going to try wall-to-wall this, because the healer's somewhat competent. Heads up, the bike is going to do a big arrow. Big line.
Oh, I dislike these bike things.
You know what they remind me of? Like the old Alice in Wonderland film. Like there was one that had like fucked up bike guys in it. Like the Return to Wonderland. No, not Alice. Excuse me.
No, so we literally talked about this on stream. It's the Return to Oz. We literally talked about it on stream. Yeah. They look like the guys from Return to Oz.
Yeah.
And they're fucked up.
In fairness, thinking fucked up and then going Alice in Wonderland is also not a stretch, but
Also
not this
valid,
time.
yeah.
The monstrous katana, that actually looks good. I like that.
My gear stuff got so bad that I realize now that it's like just because I play a class doesn't mean I should just immediately try to grab the stuff of like there's plenty of opportunities in this game to get gear. It's fine. Get it when I need it, not when I don't need it. Of like, oh, I've got this class. Like, don't need a level 80 weapon when you're only level 50. It's like, yeah, you're not gonna need that for a while. You're gonna get a bunch of other stuff. It's like, yeah, stop clogging up my inventory. Ooh. Yeah, that looks important. They've left me.
Fun fact, most cinematics let you walk to it while someone else is viewing it, so gives me enough time to just do the emote walk. Alright.
Here we go.
So, I can only describe this as a metric clusterfuck. However, there is a thing we're going to need to do. This is going to be the primary target. Focus them down. Once we get LB2, Stacy, you'll need to LB through the other two. So draw a line through them and LB them both.
Oh, that's very specific.
Yeah. So yeah, there are going to be some abilities that do come in from each other on this one.
Yeah, I gathered. I was like, we're about to have to experience everything we just went through simultaneously. Yeah.
But also a bullet storm.
Stack.
Yep, I'm on her. Yeah, Sandruva tends to come over and fight alongside them. If LB3 does come, or LB2 does come up for Frog, just draw a line through all three of them and hit them. Most people wait so that they get the maximum damage through two of them, but just get through all three of them if you can. Right, this one's going to ramp up more than the last one. They're probably going to run from one side of the enclosure to the other. Center first. Now spread. Another center. Get into the center first, then move. Move out, and move away.
That one sucked.
Yep. We're going to get the lines again from the second boss. She's going to drop her lines again, so make sure that you're not clumped. Oh, damn it! My tank buff did go onto you as well. Back up to the far side again.
Okay, that one left wasn't too bad.
Yeah. It's kind of a pause in between to let you actually breathe. Right, Stace, get a line through all three of them and LB.
The triangle on the floor is there to help guide you.
Not too bad, not too bad. You say they do get a lot easier when you take out one of them. Yeah, it's gonna be the bullet storm again.
And a stat.
Nice. First one's nearly dead now.
Yeah, we've almost got it.
Yeah.
Hi, Salty. How's it going? We're in big concentrate mode because dungeon. Alright, there goes one.
Alright, get Sandurva next, just because they're so low. I think this is a big AoE. No, actually. What was that then?
Just to keep you on your toes.
How dare they? Tidy.
There we go. There we go. Thank you very much for the dungeon run.
Yeah. There are knives there though, Blue, that do look quite nice, so enjoy.
I still probably won't.
That's fair.
Because my inventory is too full. Although Ninja is my next highest class, actually. That one is at the 80s.
That's why I was saying.
Commendation.
I think the healer's already gone. Oh no, you can still do it even though they're AFK. Nice.
Great. Thank you both.
Alright. Love you and leave you. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go. Alright, let's get this cinematic. And after that we will end stream after the cinematic. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Is everyone all right?
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
For the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtola?
Hi, Rex. Good to see you.
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point. This is the core we seek.
Really?
Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, It siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it.
Oh, really? Oh, so it's going to be funneling that extra ether somewhere else, is it?
'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look.
I don't know if we have the time, Stola.
Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core.
Ugh.
A man's limb.
Ugh.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
Brother, ugh. And that's why we keep dragoons around.
And that should be the end of it.
If only if it were that simple. Now the whole thing's gonna collapse and we're on the top of it.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Thanks, Ryonji.
Only for you. And how are we supposed to survive the fall?
Yeah. I pointed this out, but no one listened.
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves.
I did say this.
I pray I'm not too late.
Oh dear. I'm okay, but I got plot armor.
Oh, what happened? Where are we?
Whatever you did, Graha, I think it worked. Oh
By my
dear.
reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood, but 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
Graha? Oh god.
Graha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
I love him. He's so smart, but also a little stupid.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
Bless him.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Okay, good.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
Well, the tower's gone, so we can get help from the
There'll be
mainland.
much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
Yeah.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more Porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
We can fix it.
Hail, Scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
My son! He is several hundred years old.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
Oh boy, how is she, I wonder? If incomprehensibly old, then why sun-shaped? Because, generally, when you reach a certain age, you get to just choose your shape. That's Nemo. Liberated prisoners are being transported to Razatan for treatment. Elise and Yushtolo will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment, with support of those who know a healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. Wow! We can now enter Zot with NPCs. There we go! That is gonna be stream done for today. It's always the way with dungeons, and no phone call. At this point, it being nearly 5:30, I'm guessing we're not getting one today. Bleh. Right, I'm gonna go. I will see you guys later. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you get up to. I don't actually know what game to do tomorrow. Core put a couple of suggestions in the Discord for either Wormtown or Lunas. I mean, wouldn't say no to either of those. I guess I'm just gonna have to pick one and make a decision for people. I feel like Lunas would be cool. Anyway. It seems legit, carry on. I know what I'm about. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be carrying on with PK's Rift Sheet and Community Night in the evening. So, enjoy the rest of your day.
Fellas, smoke me a kippa. I'll be back for breakfast.
Take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.